What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Perky Films. Today we're looking at 5 dark Shark Tank secrets that they don't want you to know about. At number 5, Robert Herjavec hated Mark Cuban for the first 2 seasons. Despite some trash talking and undercutting one another on deals, for the most part, the sharks on the show seem to get along friendly enough. However, the smiles and light jabs on camera are often a different story altogether behind the scenes, with some arguments heating up to the point of fighting words. According to Robert, one of those arguments led the shark to harbor resentment towards fellow investor Mark Cuban. Due to Cuban's boisterous personality, Herjavec claims that tensions were high before even stepping on set together. The tension boiled over into one of the most heated arguments in Shark Tank history when Herjavec became disgruntled that Cuban was investing his money in almost every pitch on the show. Although Herjavec claims that he hated Cuban during the first couple seasons, the two have learned to deal with one another over the years, but that doesn't mean the tempers don't fly off the handle every now and again in an episode. At number 4, Mark Cuban has produced some bad movies. Cuban is definitely the most high-profile investor on Shark Tank, along with his very big personality and the fact that he owns an NBA team. Cuban is also widely known for his other passion, movies. Over the years, Cuban has produced a series of critically acclaimed films, including the Oscar-nominated Good Night and Good Luck, directed by George Clooney. While he's produced some gems over the years, Cuban is also responsible for a ton of cinematic garbage. He's responsible for horror disasters such as Black Christmas and Tourist Stars, as well as sophomore comedies like One Last Thing. Although he's popped up in Sharknado 3, the worst film Cuban has been responsible for is no doubt Serena, a botched drama from 2014 starring Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. Despite the A-list talent, the movie was torn apart by critics and single-handedly tanked 2929 Productions. At number 3, LL Cool J helped save Daymond John's Fabu. Daymond John has built his empire on the back of Fabu, his hip-hop apparel company. Starting with likes of hats, Fabu became one of the biggest brands on the planet, but the company almost went out of business even before it got off the ground. Between 1989 and 1992, John had to temporarily shut down Fabu 3 separate times when he continually ran out of capital. Even after John's mother mortgaged her house, there still was enough left to keep the business afloat. Things took a turn when rapper LL Cool J, who was from the same neighborhood as John, decided to wear a Fubu hat in one of his Gap commercials. The free marketing was just the kind of push Fubu needed to gain steam and become the powerhouse company it is today. At number 2, Robert Herjavec's depression. It's an old saying that money does not buy happiness, and no one can attest to that more in Shark Tank than Robert Herjavec. Despite his millions of dollars in fame, Herjavec battled with depression and contemplations of suicide when he and his wife separated in 2014. After the separation, Herjavec's children refused to talk to him, leading the investor to a very dark period of his life. At one point, Herjavec was so depressed that he stood on the balcony of a Toronto hotel and seriously considered jumping to his death. Thankfully, before he made the decision to jump, Herjavec called his pastor, who was able to provide him help from a shelter that gives emergency care to people in need. Through volunteering in soup kitchens, Herjavec was able to put his problems into perspective and overcome that depression. It led him to joining the cast of Dancing with the Stars, where he met his fellow dancer and future wife, Kim Johnson. Good for him. And lastly, at number 1, the investors frequently change the deals. While most episodes of Shark Tank feature entrepreneurs getting the deal off their dreams, oftentimes the deal you see on camera isn't the one that companies end up with. Although all the negotiations on the program are real, the handshake agreements frequently fall apart when the cameras stop to roll. In a survey done by Forbes in 2016, it was discovered that nearly 73% of businesses did not receive the precise deal that's brokered on the show. In most cases, the terms of the deal are tweaked or altered. This isn't always a bad thing, with some of the owners stating that the deal still ended up being productive for their business. However, about 43% of the surveyors stated that their deal completely fell apart after the show. In some instances, the sharks were completely pulled out of the agreement or changed the terms so much that the businesses are forced to pull out themselves. While many businesses still said that they do Shark Tank all over again if they had the chance, we have to wonder just how many took a certain deal that ended up never happening. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video of Perky Films. If you enjoyed, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys next time. Stay safe and have a great day.